Hello, let's get right into this. This is MGC, the components, micro gaming components. I'll show you guys what I've been doing for the last few days. Uh, this is using UMMORPG 1.179 as a base to start doing what I did. And eventually, what I want to do is basically have zero UMMO code left in this or as little as possible. So I've been flat out destroying that asset and making it better. Here it is. Anyway, I'm going to show you it on this headless build first to show you what I've been doing. Then I'm going to run through in the editor to show you a few things. Not sure how this is going to run with my Camtasia. Alright, here's the new login. It's pretty nice. You'll hide the host when you build. Otherwise, you'll see the login and the quit. That's why I have the host down here. And here's your server. Choose server. Username and password. Nothing out of the ordinary there. I'm going to make a new character. We'll do a warrior. And no, I haven't done anything with the character selection yet. That's coming. You'll see why it's taking me a bit. Alright, welcome to the new interface. It's pretty damn sexy. And what I'm about to show you is going to make you crap yourself, probably. It made me crap myself when I realized I did it and it looks and functions as good as it did. Alright, so anyway, the normals, the item mall, which this is just the buttons are still here and rigged up to the old default stuff, but that's getting ready to all get ripped out and changed. And this skills thing, oh man, when I get my hands on it. Alright, so, you notice there's no character info, no inventory, and no equipment up here. This is the quit, and this is the chat, which is not permanent at all. This is getting changed. The chat is that was a placeholder one I kind of did real quick just because I was testing out different things I was doing when I was making stuff. All right, so anyway, here's the new target. As you can see, the health, mana, and the EXP bars are up here. Let's see, skills. Not sure why the default one's not loading. I'll have to check into that. Alright. Show you the. I don't think the cast bar is going to show up on this one. No. I'll show you that on the Archer. Have the new cast bar. Without further ado, let's show you my pride and joy here. It's all in one panel. Move it around. Boom, 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 boom. And it's real time, as well as it has quick click, one click on and off. You can see all the stats up here and the attributes down here and the player info here. I added the player's name. I'm also going to add the class name. Um, this is right now. This is what this is. I may change this later. I actually really like this panel the way it is now, so I'm probably not going to change it much, if at all. I am going to add new stats or more stats. I'm going to add more attributes. I'm not using tools. This doesn't have tools in it whatsoever. It won't have. I'll show you all that in the code and stuff, or in the files here in a minute. Just showing you my baby here. I really, really like this thing. I'm going to show you it more with the Archer. It's got the quick key, or you can hit it here, quick key E, the hotkey to open and close it. And like I said, we are in dedicated right now, so on a headless build, so you're seeing it all working in headless. And let's go ahead and get an Archer. Things that I'm working on in here, there's a bunch of stuff. Like, it's the amount of things that I'm going to do or am doing to this is insane, and it's already not anything you're used to using. But when I'm done with it, it it won't have many remnants, if any, hardly at all, of MMORPG in it anymore. It'll use mirror, and it'll be very similar in a lot of ways. Because let's face facts, Unity is. I'm gonna attack now, so you can see the new cast bar. There it is. All right. I haven't put auto loot in yet, but that's on my list. Let's open up that menu and see. It's pretty cool because you can have your window open and be getting attacked by a monster and still fight him off while he's attacking you, or while your window's open. You can drag your potions around. Drag that out of the bar. Just showing you. Oh, duh, I'm stupid sometimes. And the bow, one click, one click. To show you that it's coming off when I click it, I'll move this. This is what I hate about Camtasia. Like, it drives me crazy. You guys can't see it, I don't think, but I can. My mouse cursor blinks on and off like mad when I do videos, and it's hard for me to move around. And as you can see, it's showing the correct name and my level and everything. Very nice detailed panel with working HP mana and EXP bars up here. That was just an extra add-on because you can see them up here, so you really didn't need them there, but I did it anyway because I can. I'd show you these work, but I've already used my points. Trying to think of what else to show you on this window. Really nothing with the Archer because the gear, there is none. But with the Knight, you can take all your gear off. Okay, yeah, quick run through. The Archer and the Warrior are coming out. No more. They will be gone. The skeletons, say goodbye to them. The bandits, say goodbye to them. The NPCs, everything, like I said, as much as I can rip out of here that's UMMORPG related is gone. My new monsters are coming in, new mounts, new pets, new everything. The code, or the structure and stuff, I'll show you that right now. Let's see, what else am I planning on adding real quick while I've got the window open to kind of explain and show you. You saw you can click a lot of stuff that you would normally have as add-ons. Now we're doing them as the whole thing is components, so it's easier for you to find. That whole spaghetti code is gone. Um, there's still little bits here and there, and that's gonna be gone quick because I've been recoding and restructuring everything, and it's pretty simplified now, which I'll be showing you when we get out of here and I stop babbling. And like you saw, you can one click your stuff off and on the window. This is an all-in-one, so it eliminates a lot of your hotkeys and your buttons up here that you don't need now. Um, I'll be doing the same thing with like crafting and different windows, harvesting when I add it in, mining stuff like that. I'll be hard coding my own systems in. Um, and they will be done in a component type fashion where you can get straight to find and edit what you need to edit without going all over the place in different folders and stuff, like different branches, like the old scripts folder where you have the scripts folder and the UI folder and the on GUI folder, and then go back to the prefabs and you have to keep retracking down where the scripts are. This is so much more simple now, the way it all runs, and it's so much faster and so much smoother too. So it's definitely improved the performance. I can tell a great deal, just by the things that I've done already. This is running on SQL Lite right now, but it won't be when it's done. This will be real, like ready to go. You'll be running on MySQL, like you're supposed to be from the get go. I'm just building with SQL Lite right now because, well, by default it's already in there. So I used it to flesh this system out. I've not really added any add-ons or anything like that in here yet because, like I said, I'm hard coding that all in. So it'll be in components, it'll be hard coded in, and you'll be able to get right to where you need to go to edit your stuff and do it in a way that you wasn't able to do before, right out of the box. And I'm trying to think because there was something else that I was going to say, and I keep forgetting what it was. Just there's going to be all kinds of stuff. Anyway, let's go ahead and close out of this. Start looking at the actual code inside of Unity. Shut this server down. I keep saying the code, but we're not looking at the code. Alright, I explained this in the other video. What time are we at here? Oh, not bad. This shouldn't take very long, really. Alright, up here you got the mini map, main camera, network manager. As you can see, very little stuff inside of here. This is pretty default right now. I did it for a reason. I'm fleshing it out first, componentizing everything that was already here. Now the fun is that I get to rebuild it all with my own stuff in it, add-ons hard coded in as part of the actual systems and in like they should have been to begin with. You're gonna have to learn how to code sometime down the road, but with a kit like this, it's going to be pretty easy to do, and really a lot of it's still going to be like in the inspector, able to be edited in the inspector. So it'll still be nice, but hopefully you guys will pick it up and be a lot less hassle than what it was before to use it. All right, and then this is a CS camera, and the difference here is this is the character selection camera setup thing for the camera position and the, 4 locations. They used to be inside the network manager as a child. Well, I pulled them out, made new prefabs out of them, and now you can still use them the way you normally use them. You just have it more componentized. Now you can drag it in, drop it, put them where you want them directly on the screen, stuff like that. The canvas is a work in progress because, like I said, everything is being made into a component, so therefore it all kind of starts with the canvas, and you go one by one by one by one and componentize everything in here. And as you can see, the ones that aren't blue yet aren't made into prefabs. However, here's like the combo panel that I made with the equipment and the inventory and then the stats and the attributes and the player info and all that. So that's there. That'll be made into a prefab. Some things don't like being made into a prefab, I found out. So if it can't be made that way, then it won't be, but it'll still be componentized down here in the scripts and stuff like that. And what I love about this is, like I said, everything can be got to quickly. Like, okay, we want to work on the inventory. Okay, well, this won't be there anymore. The inventory and the equipment, those will be gone because they're in that combo all in one. So you'll start seeing stuff will start to dwindle down here inside the canvas as well, because they'll get made into different component systems where they're together, or into new systems, and like all of these might end up to, you just don't know what's going to happen yet, because the way I've been working on it, as fast as I've been working on it, everything's going together pretty quick. It's nice. So, all right. Oh, that's what I was going to say. The skill bar. There's one in right now, but I'm actually planning on putting in a system where you'll see it's kind of like Lineage 2, where you'll see one skill bar, then you'll click this arrow and it will open up two skill bars, and that arrow will move to the next skill bar, and then you'll click it and another one, a third one would open up, for example, and then that up arrow would turn into a down arrow, and then that would close that one, and that down arrow would go to the next one and close, and so on and so forth, back down to one. So it'd be an expandable skill slot, or expandable slots skill bar, like the extra skill bar I made, only it'll be all hard coded in and done as a system. Let's see. The skills, I want to redo that completely. My throat kind of hurts right now, so I'm trying to get through this. But you'll see, because I'm going to be making videos and editing all this stuff and putting them in the new channel that I'll be inviting you guys to after this video. Monsters MGC World's just got the instant stuff in it right now on the floor, and the respawns. And then monsters is monsters, and NPCs is NPCs, just like duh, right? All right, now the fun part. You see this, 3 folders, and it's add-ons and components and core. Really, the core doesn't look like a whole lot. It holds the models, it holds the prefabs like the entities, and the environment, which is the floor, item models, which won't probably be here once the night's removed, but there'll be new stuff in. The skill effects and the spawn locations are in there right now. The resources, obviously, that's an important one. I explained this in the last video. Scenes, scripts. Look at that. You don't notice there's hardly any scripts in there, and the UI folder is gone. So really, the only scripts that are going to be left is this one's coming out, that one's coming out, that one will be coming out, that one will be coming out, because they'll be going in with the components. That one will be gone completely. That one will be taken out to be put in with the system. So really, the only ones that'll be in here will be like this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, like the important ones that are like core files, the player script, the entity script, the monster script. But there's less stuff in each of these scripts as well, because they're starting to be componentized. And that means that now you'll go to the scripts inside of the components to do most of your editing, and it's all right there. When you come inside of here, it'll be to add in something really important when you need to, if you ever really need to mess with it too much, because you can do most of it through the component system, which you'll see is pretty nice. 18 minutes, still not bad. I'm going to shoot for about 20 to 25. We'll get this done pretty quick. I just got to explain the components folder, which is kind of self-explanatory really in a second. Alright, so there you go, and that's where all the scripts are there. The textures, obviously, keep your stuff all in nice tight quarters. Boom, there's your core. The utilities. Now, what would you have in your utilities? Well, all the important stuff, but stuff you hardly ever really use, like most of the time, because it's already set it and forget it. DevExt, you notice that's from tools. I brought that over because that's really right now all we're using and needing from there. The navmesh scripts there, fonts, plugins, which is like SQLite and Mirror, prefab, which is the draggy prefab. Reason that's in there is kind of a utility. We don't have a place for it really anywhere up in the components, so it's down here. If you can't find something that you're looking for and you know, by God, it's somewhere, it's probably in this utilities folder somewhere. The scripts, you might get into that. It's in the utilities folder. Look in the scripts. If you really can't find a script you know is in here, like the destroy after or the utilities scripts, Windows script pop ups, different things like that, you might find in here if you can't find it anywhere else. And these I never touch, but they're in here. So that's what the utilities folder is. It's kind of it's there. Forget about it. Kind of what these will end up being too. All right, so there's your core. Now the components, the heart and soul, the whole thing. Boom. When you open this up, you're gonna go, damn, that's a little bit of a list. Yes, it is, because this is everything inside of here in this whole damn engine, but it's componentized. So, oh, I need to work on the instance. Okay, you go into the instance prefabs. You'll notice the prefabs folders. Most of them will have, if there's slots, it'll say slots, and like canvas. If something goes up in the canvas, you'll see stuff like that. This is the portal to the instance and the scripts to the instance. Boom, there. Everything's right there in instance. So you need it. It's all going to be right here. And if you can't find something, then it's probably in the player entity or something like that script in the main core. Let's see. Equipment won't. It'll be there, but in a different capacity because of the combo setup. The status blocks. That's the experience, health, mana, and stamina. I'll be adding more features in, a lot more. See, now that one's got canvas. If it says canvas, that's because it gets dragged up into the canvas. And then the scripts for the experience, so you can set it up. It's got everything in there that you need for the experience bar and dealing with the EXP, unless it's in like the player script. Skill bars. Let's see. Okay, you see how this one has the canvas and slots. Well, when I pull it from out of here and I make it into a prefab, it'll be inside of a folder, or it'll be inside this canvas folder, and that's just drag it into the canvas. Slots, if there's a slot, boom, there it is. You know how many times I've looked for slots and been like, I know where they're at, but I constantly keep forgetting. Well, now you don't have to worry about it. And yes, you can do this, and yes, you can code the way that I've coded, and yes, you can make it run, and yes, it does run smoother. And people are going to tell you, oh, that's the wrong way to code. Well, who are you to tell me what the wrong way to code is? You're not the master. Viz 2G's stuff isn't the right way to code. It's the way he codes. I code different. You code different. I'm just trying to make your life easier than what Viz did. Anyway, back to me shutting up. So anything that says canvas will be dragged into the canvas. Anything that's in the slots is dealing with a slot. And the scripts, you always find that pretty much that setup, prefabs and scripts. And inside the prefabs will be, like I said, different variants of canvas and slots. And but all your scripts that you're going to need to edit, boom, right there. So you see the point of how this works, you know. Same will happen with the party system when I get everything set up there. The canvas, it'll be dragged into here, and the slots will be there, and the scripts for the whole party system all right there. Boom, ready to edit, ready to go. It's nice, convenient, easy to get to. You don't have to fight with looking for everything. It's just all right here in front of your face. Then you're going to start noticing inside the scripts that there's less code than there was before. Well, for one, I've ripped out a lot of comments because I'm going to do like a reference folder of scripts that have comments in them and stuff, so you can go through that if you want to, of Viz's old stuff. But this will be in a pretty advanced kit. Like, people that use this hopefully will know what they're doing for the most part, and the ones that don't hopefully will catch on to what's going on pretty quick. And if you really, really need to, you can always go back to the reference and look at the comments that are in it and see if it pertains to something you're looking for. The reason I pull the comments out and all that stuff is I just don't like any extra code whatsoever. I don't care if it's commented out and people say, well, it doesn't even run. Well, I still don't want it in there. It's just my thing, you know. All right, the attributes folder, nothing's in here because when I do this, I'm making new attributes. It has strength and intelligence, but it'll have more, a lot more different stuff. Buff slots, what this is, because this may confuse you. I may change the name of this one. I think of a better one. When you put your buffs on and the buffs come up here on the top, that's what that is. And that's boom, you know, drag it in and you can start moving it around. This is the whole point of this system. It's just drag and drop it and start moving it and start using it and edit the scripts. Find everything where you need it. I want to edit the cast bar. All right. Excuse me. There's the cast bar prefab and there's the scripts. Go to town. And things just are a little easier in here. Avatar cam, main cam, minimap cam. The cameras themselves are inside of here, and then like you'll see, minimap has a separate folder for it. Mounts, pets, everything. It's all individualized. It's all right there for you to find, right in front of your face. Easy, easy, easy. And so you can close like that folder, go right to the core, find what you need to find. It's so damn simple to just come. I always got lost before. This just makes things easier. And you'll have things to work on in here. There'll be in textures. There's graphics, UI stuff. There's going to be models. There's going to be prefabs. There's going to be um, particles and effects and skills and a new archer to play with and a new knight to play with and a mage. Um, I want to try now. All the stuff that I said before is stuff that I am doing. Don't question it. That's everything I'm telling you I'm doing. I'm doing. It's all stuff I already know I can do. It's all stuff I've been doing for years. I'm doing it. You're watching it. You're witnessing it. It's happening. But what I want to do is like, what was I saying? Uh, Shit, brain fart. Making new skills. The character. Oh, the mage. Yeah. Right now we have physical skills, physical damage, stuff like that. I actually want to make magical damage and start hooking that in where the mage's damage actually is based on magical and physical. Some skills will be physical, some would be magical, some might be a combination of both. I don't know. Depends on how you want to work that. I'm just gonna make a base set and you're gonna run with that. Um, New character creation windows, selection window. Tweak as much as I can, make it look as nice as I can with as minimal work as possible, like you see that I did with the new UI and the new combo. So yeah, I mean, it's 28 minutes of me running my fucking mouth telling you what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. It's being done. You're witnessing it. You're seeing it. A lot of you might say, "Hey, that's just UMMORPG. You ain't doing shit." Man, if you only realize how much work is involved in what I've done in the last few days to get this working with no errors, no warnings, just smooth, nice, running like a top, cleaned up code and componentized like this to where it's not all spaghettied out. And then to hard code in a lot of the stuff that you guys are going to need, but do it in a more permanent and easy to, I mean, because you'll go right in here and you'll edit it. If I put it in, it's going to be hard coded and componentized. When we start doing add-ons, it's going to be after I've put in what I want to put in as the base core. Add-ons will be what I start making out of the other add-ons that are left that we want to plug into this, and I start recoding them to work with this base. Because a lot of work will have to be done to make them work with this base, but that's what the whole point is to make it easier to work with and just go, okay, I want to work with chat, and boom, You go in here and find your prefabs, and you got your slots, and then your prefab up here, and then your scripts. You know, that fast, that easy. You just found everything related to do with chat. And if there's something you couldn't find, it's probably because it's in here, and the other scripts probably in player or entity. Something like that. And then it should be fairly easy to find in here because I'm eliminating as much code as possible out of all of these and putting them into the components so that they're easier to edit there at the component level and come only here to add in true core components. And then, like you see up here, the database. Boom, you go straight to the database file, which will be a MySQL when this is done. I probably will do an SQLite version too, but honestly, you guys are pissing in the wind using it. It's almost a waste of time to do it. Well, it is a waste of time to do it, and it's a waste of my time to have to make add-ons and look and work on two different packages for two different systems when we really should all be working on one base core anyway. So that's what I'm going to go towards, and I may not make an SQLite version open source, so to speak. But if somebody asks me, do you have a SQLite version that you were working on? I do, and might send it to you that way. This will be in a new channel, and like I said, I'll send the invite out for that channel here in a little bit after I'm done uploading the video and stuff. Sorry it was so long, but it was explaining everything because you've been wondering what's going on. So now you gotta listen to 30 minutes of my mouth, and I hope the video doesn't fall behind. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.